All right, that's probably pretty good. All right.
Yeah, I look really stupid on a few of those. So.
It's okay. We always kind of look a little silly, blood. Always looking a little silly. What up, Jobins? Episode 97. 3 away from 100. Brendan, let's go.
Insane.
Yeah. It's been an eventful weekend, Jobins. We've had a lot going on. First off, shout out again to Brandon for this beautiful table. This is already our 3rd episode with it. Jobins, he makes a lot of things. From cribs to cutery boards.
Charcuterie boards.
Charcuterie boards. Tables, obviously. He can make anything. Go on Instagram. I got the link below. Go check his stuff out. He makes beautiful stuff. And yeah, maybe order something from him. Because he gave us this beautiful table. Never thought I'd have one like it.
I'd highly recommend it. A lot of craftsmanship here.
Oh, dude. I still need to make the video, though, that I want to make. Describing this beautiful thing. But I just haven't done it yet. Fuck. It's coming, boys. It's coming. Also, what the fuck?
Amazing.
Dude.
What a poster.
Jobins, we go over to Sean's today, right? It's Sunday. We go over to Sean's, me, Brendan Sono, and he's like, hey, Jobins, I'm signing all these cards that Panini had sent him.
Which was insane in itself to see all those cards like that. Like, the 1 out of 99, 6 out of 99, all 99 cards in the same place.
You already know, Jobins, I'm a nerd. We're nerds with the card collecting, and just seeing those, it was the really cool ones there were the Immaculates with the octagon patches. Those were pretty sweet. Just super cool having all those cards there because once they're packaged and shipped, they'll never be with each other ever again. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Honestly, any of those cards would have been sick. Even those like basic Don Russ signed ones, which are sick too.
Yeah. I know it was a lot for Sean to sign, but I'm like, dude, think about it. There's some fighters out there that'll never get to sign these kind of cool cards. They get some cool cards, but they don't get some of these really cool cards to sign.
Yeah.
There's levels.
To me, because you do UFC, but I do basketball. To me, it was like watching like Kevin Garnett or Kevin Durant, like someone really famous, because Sean's at that level, like you're saying. It's not just some like 6-man or like some bench player. No, it's like he has an opportunity to sign so many dope cards.
And what's crazy is how Panini, I know Sean told us that he has to sign these paperworks and everything that they send with the cards, but the fact that they just send a huge box of a lot of value in merchandise of cards to a UFC fighter's house when so many things can happen without a rep or anything.
Well, he does have to like turn them in, he was saying, to like submit them. So I imagine they probably have a pretty strict card count.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
100%.
they're like, oh yeah, they're all here, so it's good.
Oh, 100%.
But what would happen, I wonder, because we didn't talk to him about like what like penalties could happen if you were to snatch a card.
Oh, dude. It was just so cool holding them and helping them with them. That was cool. Anyway, we're helping them do all that, right, Jobins? And we're making some videos and shit. And then all of a sudden, we're laying them down. Sean comes walking out with this thing. And he's like, here you go, boys. It's for the Jobin house. We're like, what the fuck? I know they always want those big reactions, like where you're freaking out, screaming. But sometimes when Sean does these kinds of things to us, dude, it just takes me back. And then I'm all like, oh, for real, dude? And then I saw the video that you did of me. I hugged him forever. I was just like, no, I got to enjoy this moment. And he was just done. He didn't want to hug anymore. Sean's not the biggest guy hugger, but I don't care. I'll hug anybody. You know what I mean? You do something super sweet for me, I'm going to bear hug you. I have to.
Yeah, it was super sweet. It's super sweet. Look at this poster from
I've been collecting Sean's posters from day one. And how long have we been waiting for him to be? He should have been on the posters a long time ago. So to finally get on, and from all the way from Abu Dhabi, dude, all the way from fucking Abu Dhabi, what the fuck? But yeah, thank you, Sean. You're a legend. Hooking the boys up with this poster. It's over now. He's gonna be on our poster every time here on out, guaranteed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but we've been getting gifts left and right, dude. It's overwhelming.
Beyond grateful.
It's so overwhelming. I'm bad at it. I'm like, oh, no.
I'm bad at it.
I know. I'm like, now I got to do something for you, though. I'm like, what do I do? I got to do something for you.
Yeah, we'd be the guys on, like, Pit My Ride back in the day. Just like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But, like, they are really...
Now I owe you my life. Damn it. Yeah. What else we do? Oh, so right now, Jobins, we're babysitting some pups.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the cutest things in the world. Our friend Katie, she asked if we can watch them. They're mini golden doodles. Labrador?
Yeah, doodles for sure.
Golden
Because they got that like rug fur, like that bathroom rug fur that you could imagine.
Yeah,
hypoallergenic.
Canelo and Chapo. Chapo's a fucking sweetheart, dude. I'm like, dude, this is my kind of dog. And they won't leave me. They always keep following me wherever I go. They're my little buddies.
Canelo and Chapo, both named after prominent Mexicans.
Canelo's a little shit. He'll talk to you. He wants to play all the time. And if you're not playing, he's going to let you know that you're not playing and he wants to play. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of maintaining. Where my boy Chapo, he's just chill.
He's smaller than Chapo, but he's got just as much fight in him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But Chapo's just chill. He's going to do what he's just vibing. Even when he's sleeping with me in my room, he'll chill on the bed. And then he'll go on the floor and do his own thing. Come back on the bed and lay on the floor and do his own thing. And then it's so cute in the morning. He knows, like, when I'm waking up. And then he comes up and jumps and he gets all in your face and shit. Like, you're the cutest thing in the world.
Yeah, Canelo, because we've been sleeping with dogs. It's been nice too.
Yeah.
I like little Canelo.
They're allergenic.
Hypoallergenic, right? Yeah, so it saves me from dying because I'm allergic to cats and dogs. But I've just endured the allergies my whole life.
Yeah, hasn't been bothering you, right?
Hasn't been bad.
That's good. Hasn't been bad.
I don't want to say like I'm 100% okay, but I sneeze a little bit, but it's good.
Yeah. Yes, we did that. We're babysitting dogs. We were on the Timbo Red Hawk recap pod this weekend.
That was fun.
With Sono. We were also on the Timbo Sugar Show with Sono. They had Josh Thompson on, which was super cool. Did I say his name right?
Or Josh Thomas.
Fucking I
the
said
MMA. Because I think Josh Thompson is a fighter.
He's a fighter, yeah.
And then Josh Thomas is the Showtime.
Josh Thomas, I'm so sorry.
Guy, he does a lot of reporting on MMA. Yeah.
And he's who I want to. I look up to him because he's so good at like breaking down fights.
It's cool to hear from guys like him too,
oh, yeah.
And like just how much work they put into watching tape.
Oh yeah,
like
and just
7 days a week.
Just to be able to talk about it. It's fascinating. He's really good at what he does. It was cool seeing him being there and listening to him live on the pod. Definitely looking forward to more of those. But yeah, it's been a busy weekend, Jobins. Busy weekend.
Yeah, we had some good fights over the weekend too.
It was a good fight card.
I made $9.25. I'm not complaining.
That's up. As long as it's up, baby. That's up.
That's true.
Fucking lots of sad things been going on though in the world, Jobins. First off, rest in peace, Takeoff. Like, damn.
Yeah, rest in peace for real.
The thing that's the shittiest part is when you hear the story about how he was just chill the whole night, like just not even arguing, just kind of vibing and doing him. Apparently that's just who he was. And then he was such a sweet guy you hear all the time. It's like, damn.
And still a really young guy too, because it's like
I know.
the Migos have been out for a long time, true, but it's like these rappers get in the game in their early 20s, maybe 19, 18, and it's like you don't realize he was only a year older than myself at 28, and it's just like such a shame that. And he has a family too that he's leaving behind. It's just such a tragedy.
What sucks with those kind of incidents is like with these famous rappers and shit, it's like they're almost not safe from dying from gun violence until they die from something else, like natural causes or something. And it's like, because we can lose someone any day. No, and it could be anybody, no matter how big you are.
I know, even fainting last week, and now I'm going to see a doctor, thankfully. But,
yeah.
It's a real wake-up call to just appreciating life. And, like, when you get tragedies like this coming in the news, it just makes you really think about it even more.
Oh, yeah. And then I feel so bad for, which one's his name that was with them again?
Oh,
like
Quavo.
I'm feeling so bad for Quavo for being there, dude.
Yeah, and I didn't know they were all, like, family. The Migos are family, like,
yeah.
Literally. I mean, that's his nephew, and then he was his uncle. They were only a few years older, but,
yeah.
That's, like, they're pretty much cousins, I would say, at that point.
Yeah, that's really sad. And then it's real weird. It's always so weird, Jobins, when coincidences like this happen. So it's like, it reminded me of Eminem and Proof when, like, Toy Soldiers came out. Do you remember that? Toy Soldiers came out, and Proof dies in the music video. He got shot. And then, sure enough, he actually ended up getting shot, which was really weird.
Oh, my God. That actually, you just blew my mind. I thought that was actually a video that was a tribute to Proof.
Dude.
So Proof was actually acting. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Unless I'm wrong, Jobins, but I'm pretty fucking sure that's how that went.
You just blew my mind.
Yeah. And then now, the Migos, they had separated, and because Offset was done. He was kind of
doing a solo career.
So Takeoff and Quavo were doing the duos, and sure enough, he gets killed right when they had. I think it was that day or the day before. Jobins, let me know in the comments, but that they had released that "Messy" song, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just so crazy. It's like, what the fuck? Things like that with timing, it's just so weird.
Well, you know what though? It kind of would make a little bit of sense because you'd have more public appearances when you're releasing new stuff to promote it and like just being out there in the public sphere more instead of when you're in the studio working really hard just to make the music. So maybe that's another reason why they were just more vulnerable to this attack.
And again, I know that I'm gonna piss a lot of people off with this one, but it just seemed like another stupid person with a gun that over dice took someone else's life. Over dice. Over an argument. We shouldn't be. It's like if you're popping off over an argument, you shouldn't have a gun, and that should just be that easy. That's simple. But I know how fucking crazy the world is and all the different rules and everything, so I won't go there, Jobins. But I'm just saying,
a lot.
It's a lot, dude. It's a shitty person with a gun who. Why the only time you use a weapon is if I feel like your life is an immediate threat. Yeah. And then again, I wasn't there. I don't know the whole situation. But for a guy who just seemed to be minding his own business in a fight and then get shot by some dumbass, it's like, what the fuck?
It's just sad because it's like it's that gang life and that culture.
I know.
And then it's like they don't escape the culture.
We all have a bad day and have an argue. We all, me people have been seeing in the Timbo Sugar Show and Red Hawk Recap. Me and Blake bump heads, but just because we bump heads over some stupid petty shit doesn't mean we're gonna go kill each other.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's probably how petty it was too at the end of the night. I don't know the full extent of
raising voices, arguing with each other, fueling each other up to a point where fucking craziness happens, and it's just like, god damn. And now a guy's gone forever. And then it's like, oh man, I can't imagine you being shot in front of me. Yeah. How much that would just fuck me up. And it's just, I feel really bad for all of them. Prayers out to them.
It's like we're still missing Tupac's message and changes, Like we got
shit's getting worse.
Changes need to be made.
Oh yeah, dude. Any day, man.
We gotta love each other, instead of this.
Yeah. And then I know, Jobins, we're going down bad fucking news lane right now. But then Aaron Carter died, and it's just like. That one hit me because, like I was saying on the Timbo Sugar Show, dude, it's like we grew up, Aaron Carter was the outcast. He was famous when he was young. When we were young, we were all bumping his shit. I grew up with two sisters who had crushes on him, and they had his CDs. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was the younger brother of the fucking, which one? Backstreet or NSYNC? I forget. Backstreet?
I think it's Backstreet.
Backstreet, yeah. The younger brother of the Backstreet star. And then shit went south. Like it does. For a lot of childhood stars, man, the mental health, abuse, all the things that they get taken advantage of.
Yeah, a lot of time there's lack of parenting too.
Drugs.
Like Macaulay Culkin he was an emancipated minor, because he didn't want his parents to take control of his money when he was a kid. That's a lot of stuff. And dude, Jeanette McCurdy, she has her tell-all book now from the Nickelodeon iCarly.
Shia LaBeouf being on John Berthal's pod talking about shit. It's like, dude, if something happened to Shia LaBeouf, I'd be gutted. Because it's and then you see how Amanda Bynes is. Yeah. Yeah, and it just like, man, I want these guys to get help. I want them to get the right help. That's all I wish they would get. Because what sucks about Aaron Carter, I don't know Jobins with the death yet. From what I've still been looking up, they've yet to release it. But the day before, a couple days before he had died, he had done an Instagram Live, and he was getting hated on. He always got hated on. Yeah. But then it was like one of those people where it's like, people probably hated on him because they loved how he reacted. It felt like it.
Well, if this is a telling story, Jobins, back in 2015, when I was still attending Mizzou, a friend of a friend, she was in a sorority. Aaron Carter came to perform at their sorority, and they laughed him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Seriously.
And remember how like his younger videos are going viral of like, and people are like, oh.
And that was a long time ago. So if those events kept happening too, I could only imagine how much that would hurt your psyche, especially when you had such success at an early age. Yeah.
And no matter how, I've got family members that have gone down pretty dark roads, and I just feel like no matter, because, evidently he did crazy shit, and he pissed people off, whatever. But at the end, it seemed like he was trying to get off drugs, trying to be a good dad, just had a kid. So it's like, fuck. Mental illness is tough. And that's why, thank God we have Tim and Sean Like when they were the way. That's why I was trying to get what they would say, like what they would think for people, because the way they view depression and all that kind of stuff is the fucking way to handle it. They're absolutely right with everything. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot more people need to know the kinds of things that Sean and Tim know that would help them dramatically.
Right. Instead of having like maybe even that victim mentality of like, hey, I suffer from like depression, to say, hey, it's okay to be depressed. How do I get through it?
Yep.
Type deal.
Yep.
Which
Instead
is
of just
hard hurdle.
take this, like what Tim says. And it's like, that's what they do, dude. And drugs don't help.
Mm-hmm. And in Hollywood, who knows how those Hollywood doctors are? Oh,
especially when they have
I
the
wrote
money.
You something up.
Oh, and they have the money. Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, rest in peace, Aaron Carter. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Just fucking sad shit. Let's move on to fun stuff. Logan Paul's WWE match. Now, I know he lost, but did you watch any of it? I saw a bunch of clips. Did you watch any clips?
No, I haven't had the chance to see it yet.
Oh, dude, you need to watch it. That dude is so fucking athletic. Dude, Logan Paul was Spider-Man in that fucking cage boxing ring.
I heard he was really high in the
WWE
air.
cage. Fuck, I'm saying boxing, huh?
He was high in the air, right?
Like, oh, yeah, dude, he's flipping off the cage. He's doing flips off the thing. Doing that cool photo where he's jumping off. Just being super athletic, being fun. He literally and then he's doing the fucking jumps in the air, looking like Spider-Man, dude. It was crazy. And then he goes, "Oh yeah," and then the bad part, I know I lost, but my knee's fucked up. And I'm like, the way that you're flying around and doing all this shit, I'm not surprised.
Right.
It sucks, and I heal up real quick, Logan. I hope you heal up good. But I'm not surprised because I was like, dude, that was some crazy shit. You should watch it. Mm-hmm. You should go check it out.
I should watch it. He's such a top tier entertainer, so I'm sure it's a really good performance.
Yeah, and that's what it's all. That's what I was like. You know what? I appreciate this because Logan Paul knows exactly what it is. He knows exactly what that is, and he took full advantage of it and was trying to make it as fun as possible for the viewers. And he did that. And then his buddies were getting beat up. Mike and George, they're all getting beat up, and then they all leave the cage together like, "Oh, we're brothers in defeat." Like, what a good message. Yeah. Shout out Logan Paul. That was good shit.
I feel like it'd be sick too if WWE, because they make movies for a lot of their guys to start up, like the Scorpion King or John Cena's movies that he had. Like, what if they got Logan Paul into some movies?
Is the future
in
Rock.
Some action movies?
Logan Paul's the future Rock.
That would
Dude,
be
it's
crazy.
gonna come down to Logan Paul and The Rock for president, 2032 or 30, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, The Rock first because he's older, so.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what's next for Logan. I guess it's gonna be a while.
Who was he up against? Was it Roman Reigns? Was
yeah,
that
but
the guy?
dude, his knee is fucked. ACL, MCL, just fucked.
Jeez.
And then they were talking about him and Andrew Tate boxing, which would have been really fun. But we'll wait. That knee, it's like, man, Logan. So this is another thing that I give credit to Logan for, is he has all the money in the world, and I think he's learning how much damage you put on your body doing that kind of stuff. Do you want to keep doing that when you don't really need to?
Well, if you're addicted to work,
and
you just want to keep busy.
He's got to be, right? The dude had so much energy when he was at Sean and Tim's pod. It was crazy. Mm-hmm. I feel bad that he fucked his knee up because I'm sure he had a lot more exciting things to come. In time.
You think there's people with his amount of like energy output though that just haven't made it, and I feel bad for them then because they can't like
make it
produce as much as like is inside of them.
Oh,
with just like how much of an Energizer bunny that guy seems to be.
Dude, him and Jake are just killing it. They're absolutely killing it. And Logan's Instagram photos that he posted, they're just so good at everything. They have a great marketing team, everything. Big respect for Logan for doing all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Those would be really the two people that would be like the exception from like those childhood rules.
Oh, yeah.
Of like really, pushing.
Yeah, their goals. Me and you are what do they always make the joke?
Oh.
The cheap version of them. They're always like, oh, they're the...
We're the knockoff version?
Yeah, knockoff, but they say something.
Oh, of the Paul brothers?
Yeah. Yeah, we're like the... something like when you order off of a website. I'm blanking right now, Jobins. Put it in the comments for us.
Oh, discount version?
Yeah, there's like some kind of website. I forget that you get shit cheap. We're that version.
The Craigslist version?
Yeah, I guess,
I don't know what it is, but...
Blanking. Anyway, next, Joji's new album, Jobins.
You turned me on to it. You were like, listen to this song. I was like, I'm just going to get the whole album because I know it's going to be fire.
Yeah, every song's fire on the new Joji album. Which is funny that you even say that because you're the one who turned me on to Joji.
This is true.
Yeah. And I fell in love with Joji, dude. His music is so fucking good. And for him doing it all by himself, or if he still is, I don't know. But damn, talented.
Yeah, all through GarageBand too, which has like a lot of restrictions on it. So he has to be really creative with creating those sounds.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. My favorite song. And
Before the Day is Over.
Night
right?
Rider.
Night
Yeah.
Rider.
Yeah. Before, yeah.
There's a few good ones that I really, a few. They're all good. I like every track.
I'm going to go check real quick. I might have heard that.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. We got to check, make sure that, we're not suffering any technical difficulties. Is it still recording?
Nope.
Oh, it's not? Okay. Well, hey, the plus side is at least we still have good audio. Work in progress. We get that Sharpie out. Make a little mark there. But everything is A-okay.
I hate these cameras, dude. We need to order new ones.
Yeah.
Immediately. I'm done with this. It's because of how old and shitty they are.
Okay. Step 1 of next pod. Get new cameras. Damn you, camera!
At least the audio's not fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying is like, we got good audio. Just adversity. Man, that one line really stuck with me that Tim said on the Red Hawk recap, It's not how heavy the load is that's important, it's how you carry it. This is a heavy load, but I think we can carry this.
And I don't know why I'm not hearing it. That's what's pissed me off too. It's usually louder.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
right.
It's not being as loud.
Dang. Episode 97. Coming in with that adversity. Let's go. This is like Creed 3.
Oh, that's what we do.
This is like Creed 3. We coming back.
Jobs like, why are you guys having camera issues, man? It's like, oh, dude, podcasting just comes with technical difficulties, Jobins.
True that.
All the time. We've had these cameras for a long time. They're dying out. For some reason, they overheat. When they overheat, they shut off. That's the cameras we're dealing with, baby. But guess what? We'll get new ones soon.
Yeah, and as we kept saying before, the audio's still there. We've had such good podcasts where the audio cut out and then we couldn't salvage it.
Oh God!
At least this is something, This is a good pod. We still got this. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, thank you, Jobins, for dealing with us and our problems. I know we're not perfect. We want to get better for you guys.
Yes.
So guess what? We're gonna take 1 second right here, right now, as we came back. Hopefully, we stay here with you guys and we don't have to keep taking frames. But we appreciate you. Every single one of you guys tuning in each week to watch us, to hear us, to give us comments to fill us in on what you guys are thinking. We appreciate that. And we do see all the comments. Mm-hmm. You guys are legends. Just shout out to you guys right then and there for the fuck up.
Yes. Love you guys.
Love you guys. All right, back. Boom. Drake and 21 Savage's album. What do you think?
I haven't really listened to any of the songs yet, except for the one Jimmy Crook song, which was on the radio. I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
I've been listening to that new Joji album nonstop since you showed me. I really gotta.
I agree with that. I can't stop listening to Joji's new album.
But have you been listening to the Drake and?
I did, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah." Even Warlike was like, "Oh, the goat's back. The goat's back."
Yeah,
and I'm
shout out to Warlike.
It's good. It's decent. I thought it was a good album. It was good. It's not his best though. Still.
Is it better than the last one that he had, where it was like
Yeah, maybe. And I gotta be
Certified
honest.
Lover Boy.
I gotta be honest. There probably is a good 5 or 6 still that I haven't checked out.
Okay.
So.
That's my new homework assignment.
It's not really the most fair. Not really the most fair review. But so far, it's just kind of mid. It's not as good as Joji's album. Pups are looking at us. Yeah. He's looking around. No, he's good. He's good. Those
are the two big ones that are coming to mind. I really do want to check out the Drake in 21.
Yeah.
And then the Takeoff in 21. Or not, Takeoff and Quavo. They had a good Messy.
Yeah, that Messy song.
I like that song. That was pretty fire.
Music video was cool too. So sad. RP again. Terrifier 2 review, Jobins. Ooh. We watched that movie on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime through a Screambox subscription.
Yeah.
Because I heard about it through Brendan Schwab's Instagram, and I was like, because, I follow him, and then he's like, oh, Terrifier 2's out, and then I told you about it, because, I seen the first Terrifier, and it was so grotesque and, like, really pushed the envelope. So I was like the second one, and I've heard stories about a woman fainting watching it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, oh, it must be pretty gross, and it didn't hold back.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those kind of movies. I don't get them. Just seeing a bunch of gore and just absurd deaths.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I'm kind of with you on that, because to me
I
it
don't get
almost
it.
seems like torture porn.
And the movie, yeah, torture porn.
That's like the best way to describe
And
it.
the story is so stupid. I felt like a psychopath watching it. That's what it made me feel like.
When you said that, it really clicked to me too. That's what I put in my notes. I was like, is this movie like made by psychopaths for psychopaths? Because that's how it felt.
Yeah. And is it good to be made? Is it good to be out there?
I don't know. Part of me thinks not. But
What's next? Because that's just like, how crazy can we get?
can I ask you a question though, to be devil's advocate? In the 50s or like in the 60s, you know, when Elvis was first out and they said he was the devil's music, are we the old people here in this scenario, or is this too far?
Maybe.
If any of you other Jobins have seen this terrible, messed up movie
You got a point.
and think we're just being old fools here, I'd love to know that, but I think it's bad for society. I would go that route.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know why the gore thing is such a big thing. Because it got good reviews. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy. And then I'm trying to look at it. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not looking at this the right way. Maybe this is supposed to be art. Maybe
That's the name of the killer, too, is Art the Clown.
Yeah, maybe there's a message behind all this.
I don't know what the message is besides
I don't know.
ridiculous.
What would you give it? I'm going to check one more time because I think I heard it because I'm scarred.
Yeah. Go ahead and check out again. I'll give my rating during that time. But I would say I'd give it, you know what? I really did appreciate the gore as far as like how much they probably put into those effects. I'd give it
The effects were awful.
I'd give it a.
Effects were stupid.
I'd give it a 5. The only reason it's not getting a 6 is because it's just too much for me, and to the point of being distasteful.
Yeah.
So it put a bad taste in my mouth. I wouldn't recommend the movie to anyone. Not even like hardcore horror fanatics, you know? And I like to think that I'm one of those people, but nah, it's just a little too much for my taste. I think Rob Zombie would have been like, yo, I got to step away. This one's too crazy.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the fights, Joe. We got a fun. It's actually a really good fight card this weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
It's actually fun.
Yeah. You want me to start it off here?
Well, what's cool about this first fight actually is let's see. The City Kickboxing, they got a lot of guys fighting, right?
Yes, they
With Izzy.
do.
So we got City Kickboxing versus Extreme Couture with this first fight. And at first, I was going with Nikolai Negumereanu. How do you say that?
Negumereanu.
Negumereanu. Yep. All right, bet. 13-1. And at first I was feeling him, dude. 13-1, 6-0, 70-inch reach. He's a smaller guy. He's on a 4-fight win streak. He's got a shitload of subs. But then, dude, Carlos Olberg, right? These New Zealand guys, this gym, 2-fight win streak. Not too many of his fights have gone to decision. He's a good kickboxer. He won in June against Tafan
Nuchikwi.
Yeah.
Who's a killer. That
And you
guy's
remember that?
ripped,
With
dude.
the hooks?
I do remember that, yeah. We
I'm
saw that.
Butchering my names
Dude,
tonight.
he was jacked, dude. I thought he was going to get knocked out by that guy.
Dude, it'd be terrifying to fight a guy like that. That's when these UFC fighters, when they fight guys like that and they beat him, you're like, oh my God, what is this?
And you know what, too? He's 6'4". He's basically Izzy's size.
Big dude. Yeah. Nikolai is definitely the smaller guy. So I'm going with Carlos, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm going with Carlos, too, just because I really think City Kickboxing knows what they're doing, too. They got a lot.
Because usually I'd be super confident in this guy with the wrestling that he's got. He's got really good wrestling.
Dude, he's a Romanian guy.
Can he get this guy down and hold him down? Let's see.
It's possible.
Yeah. Who do you got?
I got Olberg. I think he might win in the first or second round by knockout.
By knockout? It just, yeah. We'll see what Jim does better tonight. All right. Second fight. You read him.
The second fight is bantamweights. Julio Arce versus Montel Jackson. And he's coming off a decision win in April of 2022, and his last loss was actually to Sonya Dawn in November. Montel Jackson is on a 2-fight winning streak, looking good. And his last win was actually against JP Bays, who had a rough go of it.
He's been having rough. I think this one's easy for me. I think this is Montel Jackson. I think he's going to get the submission. He's bigger. He's way bigger than the guy. Really good at grappling. 11-2. 30s in his prime. Who do you got?
Julio's no joke, but I would give the edge to Montel. I think he could win by a decision here. I think that Julio's not gonna make it an easy fight. Yeah, Julio.
Could be a really good fight. Bantamweights, man. 33 versus a 30-year-old primes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
So I got Jackson.
All right, boom. Next. Go again.
We got the featherweights now. We got Mike Trizano versus Seun Woo Choi in South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And
both these guys are on 2-fight losing streaks. This is kind of do or die for both these guys, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm going Mike Trizano.
You going Mike Trizano? He's coming off a loss to Lucas Almeida. I feel like Seun Woo Chi, he did lose to Alex Caceres, but he's a bit of more of a proven guy. I don't know. I'm going to go Seun Woo Choi.
How do you think?
I think he's... You know what? I'm going to stay safe, eke out a decision here. I think he's going to beat Mike by a decision.
I think it's decision, Mike. We'll see. This next one's tough, too. Carolina Kowalkiewicz. Yeah.
Kowalkiewicz.
Yeah.
She fought Joanna at one point, and she's a Polish fighter.
Versus Savannah Gomez Yares, 11-4. I got her, dude.
Yeah. Silviana Juarez from Argentina, 11-4-0.
Yep.
They're both the same age, too. They're older.
Carolina snapped her 5-fight losing streak last time. That would be tough. Imagine losing 5 fights and you're getting another chance. If you lose this, it's 6 fights.
I don't know how you were able to get 5 losses in a row.
I know. Well, there's fighters now getting them chances, baby.
She did beat Felice Herrig last.
Yeah. She was a big name in the division. She lost a lot of the best girls.
Dude.
Some tough fights. They're both 37, dude. These both older women.
Yeah.
11-4. I don't know. For some reason, I think it's gonna be Silvana.
Really, I'm actually gonna go with. I'm going with Carolina on this.
I'm going decision. This next.
Carolina's gonna win in the first round.
First round.
It's gonna be submission.
Oh shit.
Yep.
A resurgence from fucking Carolina.
Boom, stamping it. Felice was her little kickstart. Now she's back in it.
Yeah. This next fight's fun. Matt Steamroller versus Ataman. Yeah. Dude, Ataman hasn't fought in a minute, and I remember him, dude. Since 2020.
Yeah, he beat Camo Worthy last time, too. Yeah.
He's on a 5 KO TKO win streak, dude. And that Kamada Worthy was the last one.
I was looking at the stats, though. He's only got the 2 fights in the UFC, though, it looked like.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Matt Frivola's got that experience.
He does.
I don't want to overlook Matt here.
Yeah, and he really is pretty good, dude. His only 3 fights. We saw one of them when he was the one that got steamrolled. That was tough.
Yeah. And the whole crowd just like died down.
It was just a bad night at the office because he's done pretty good since then. Mm-hmm. He's done pretty well. I think that could be a really good fight. That could be maybe an upset because I think Ataman's got to be the favorite, right? Got to be, even though he's been out for a minute. I don't know.
Yeah, they're both the same age at 32 also. I mean, it's going to be a competitive matchup.
Can Matt get him down and beat him on the ground? That's the question. Let's go, Matt. I got Matt winning it. Ataman's a striker. That's got to be the game plan, right? He's got to want to take this guy down and fucking submit him and ground and pound.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. TKO.
Yeah.
Ground and pound.
I'm going Ataman. Let's go.
Okay. Differing opinions again. Love it.
Yeah. Ooh, Jobins, real quick, actually, because I knocked it over. It reminded me. We've been smoking these Jeters.
Oh, fire.
These Jeters are really good. They're infused. Right now, we're smoking on the Peach Rings one. Let us know in the comments if you guys have ever tried these. I got Sean a similar one to this. It was like 47%. This one's 40.
That 47% put me on my ass.
Yeah, and they just taste good. They smoke really good. Jeter, if you want to sponsor us, that'd be pretty sick. So, let us know because we buy a shitload of these. And sometimes at Allgreens, they have deals where you buy one, you get 2. That was sick. And they're half-gram ones. You buy a 1 gram one, you get 2 half-gram ones, which was pretty sick.
It is fire.
And they smoke really good.
Yeah, those are my favorite. Definitely the Jeters.
Yeah. All right, next we got.
Okay, so we got the middleweights here. Andre Petroski versus Wellington Turman, who I'm a big fan of Wellington Turman. He's a Brazilian, 18-5.
Young guy, too.
Win streak. And he last beat Misha Kruknov by a second-round armbar. And Misha Kruknov
This is another good fight.
Misha's a very good Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner too. So to see Wellington Turman take him out how he did so impressively really made me admire his jiu-jitsu skills.
Well, dude, are you talking about who?
I'm talking about Turman, Wellington Turman.
Well, dude, Andre's a good grappler, dude. He's got a whole bunch of different kinds of submission wins as well.
Oh, damn.
A shitload. And guess what? He's on a 3-fight winning streak, back-to-back anaconda chokes. But one of them, the last one, wasn't in the UFC. It was outside. And it was against Eric Anders in Fury Pro Grappling. But still, dude, back-to-back anaconda chokes. And he's got punches. He can strike too.
Is Eric Anders a black belt in jiu-jitsu? Because I'm just saying Turman's guy that he beat was an impressive showing. I think Turman's gonna win by submission.
You think so?
Yeah, either first or second round.
He's fighting out of Texara MMA too. It's a good gym.
I'm very confident in that guy.
Damn, dude. Yeah. See, no, I'm going Andre.
I'm actually gonna. I'm so confident.
Andre.
I'm so confident. I'm saying Turman could be a champ in the next 2-3 years.
This is gonna be I think that could be a really good fight.
I'm excited. I could be totally wrong. I can't wait to see the fights and just see how this blows up in my face.
No, and then this next fight, I'm actually surprised this is this early into the fight card. I'm a little, and I know that's because of how good the main card is, but this could have been on a main card.
Definitely.
Yeah. Aaron Blanchfield versus Molly McCann, and here I am again, Jobins. I'm like, last time I picked against her, and I was like, I'm never gonna pick against her again. But here I am again. I'm going against Molly. Can she prove me wrong again? I'm going with Aaron, man. See, dude, all in a year, she's on a 6-fight win streak. First 3 UFC fights have been super impressive. All within a year of her 3 fights. Standing guillotine against JJ Aldrich in the last fight.
Nice.
Her first win was against Sarah Alyar with, I think it was decision. And then she beat Miranda Moravik,
who just had a good performance. This last fight.
So all 3 of them within a little over a year. First 3 UFC fights, tough girls.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and dude, she's. I think she's pretty tall.
She's only 23 years old.
5'4". No, she ain't really that tall.
She's young.
How tall is Molly, dude? I forget. Did I write it down? I didn't write it down.
I didn't put their heights. They should be. I mean, Molly is only like 5'4".
It's got to be like that, right? I thought she was a little taller than Molly. They're probably the same fucking size. That's interesting.
Damn.
9-1 though. Number 11 versus 19. If Molly, I'm sorry, Molly, I'm doubting you so much, but if Molly wins, this is big for her, dude. She'll probably, if she were to win this, she could potentially get a top 10er.
And it would probably be some kind of knockout highlight, you know.
Spinning elbow again for 3 in a row.
She does things that aren't necessarily the safest things
to do. Oh yeah,
to
she's
do,
wild.
But it pays off sometimes, for sure.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I got Erin winning too.
Dude,
she just looks good. She's a young dog coming in.
Prove me wrong, Molly, because every time it's spectacular. I'm like, oh my God, she's fun.
And it could happen too. I wouldn't be, man.
Because I like Molly, dude. She's really cool. And her last 2 fights have been really fun. So yeah, that's another good fight. And then next up, Dominic Reyes versus Ryan Spann.
I'm excited for this fight too, no lie.
I feel like Ryan Spann can get it done. Dominic Reyes, he's on a 3-fight losing streak, but it's to Yuri, Jan, and John Jones.
Exactly.
And it's been a minute.
And Ryan Spann, he has lost to Anthony Smith and Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
Those are kind of, in my opinion, those aren't going to be like champion guys, but like to that level where they're gatekeeping and making sure that if you beat them, you're the best of the best type deal.
Yeah.
And I feel like Dominic Reyes is at that top level where Ryan Spann still has to prove himself. I see Dominic Reyes edging out on this one.
See, I feel like Ryan Spann can land that punch, dude. I feel like he can have that opportunity where he lands that one shot that just fucking catches Dom, gets Dom wobbling, and he just fucking unloads.
You can't forget about Dominic's power either, though.
Yeah.
I mean, John Jones stayed away from him.
What
for
if
a good time.
Ryan Spann submitted Dom, dude?
That would be crazy.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Be kind of nuts, right?
That would be.
He had
nuts.
a sick guillotine choke against Ian Kuntalaba or whatever.
Yeah.
That was his last fight too.
So you got Ryan winning that?
I picked Dom. Just because before the John Jones fight, he was doing so well.
He's lost to 3 champions.
I know, the best of the best. So that's why it'd be a big win for Ryan Spann. I feel like you can't count Ryan Spann out, and he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys, like, even though he's fighting a big name right now, Dominic Reyes, he can do it. I think he can get it done.
He's got more experience.
Now that we've done the pod, now that I'm on the pod live right now, I want to go Ryan Spann. I'm feeling Ryan Spann.
All right. Well,
We'll see.
you stick with that. Dominic Reyes got this. I
Yeah.
believe it.
We'll see. This next one's fun too. Brad Riddle versus Renato Moicano. I got Brad Riddle.
He's also training from City Kickboxing. He's
Yeah,
on a
that's
2-fight
another
losing
one.
streak right now.
Yeah, I got Brad Riddle, dude. He's coming up, dude. Let's go.
Renato's coming off
It's
a
the
loss
power.
to Rafael Dos Anjos. He's a good guy. That's a
Yeah.
former champ also.
Oh yeah, but no, this is the power of the gym. It's gonna be. They're gonna go undefeated.
Gosh, I don't know. I feel like Renato's going to win.
Think so? How? Smish?
I think it's going to be a decision. He's going to keep his
Decision.
distance. He's a big guy for the lightweight weight class.
I could see him maybe getting a submission against Brad Riddle.
Yeah. It's a close one for me, but I've
I'm
seen
going
Renato
Brad.
a few times, so I'm just favoring him over bias.
Let's go, Brad. All right, next Dan. Oh, all right, we're on the main
This is
event.
a big one.
Yeah, we're on the main event. Dan Hooker versus Claudio Puelles.
Puelles, I think.
Fuck,
I think those L's are like a silent sound in Spanish. From Peru. Yeah, he's Peru.
I got him.
12-2-0, 5-fight win streak, and he last beat Clay Guida.
Hey.
Guida he beat last.
I mean, hey, Clay's a fucking warrior. He fucking goes out on his sword. You got to kill that man,
Dude,
and he's coming.
what about what you just said with Brad about, the
I
city
know.
kickboxing, the Australians all in New
Oh
Zealand?
fuck yeah! And
the
then I
New
just totally
Zealanders
went
all
against that.
together.
I totally just went against
Dan
that.
Hooker,
didn't
man.
I? Yeah, you're right. He is from the same one. Fuck, I fucked that up. But guess what?
Dan's on a 2-fight losing streak. He's got his
And I'm
back
just-
against the wall. He lost to Arnold Allen last in a really embarrassing featherweight to go down
I'm
a
just
weight
not
class.
seeing the same Dan Hooker we used to see. It makes me sad.
The only thing is his grappling, because he got just destroyed. But that was Islam.
get it,
That was
dude.
Islam. I don't know, man. I got Dan Hooker winning this fight.
You got Dan Hooker? I'm glad that we got a bunch of opposites again. This
Just-
makes me happy.
Dan Hooker needs this one. I think he's gonna pull it out.
I think it's gonna be a submish. I'm feeling wild. I'm feeling wild.
What kind of do you have as like a submission? You think like a triangle or
like a rear naked?
a rear naked?
Yeah.
Think he's gonna get us back?
Yeah,
Oof,
that's what I'm feeling.
maybe.
And then, dude, Frankie Edgar's fucking retirement fight.
Wow.
Was it out of order? Did I go out
No,
of order?
you're correct. That's
Yeah.
the next fight coming up. The
Yeah.
bantamweights again.
Retirement fight, dude, for Frankie Edgar.
He's got a tough fight ahead of him too.
Dude, we've been watching forever. And Frankie Edgar's been there forever. Remember the Greg Maynard fights? Back in the day? Back in the Dizzy?
I respect that he's taking a formidable opponent too.
Right?
It's not like some easy walk in the park.
Fuck no.
Walk off, send off.
That's why I'm really sad to say this, but I don't think it's going to be a good ending swan song. I don't think so. We met Chris, too.
I
and he
know,
was
that's why I'm
super
biased.
Nice. No, I'm not being biased.
He's
I
friendly.
love Frankie. Dude, Frankie, you send anything to Frankie Edgar when he's in training for a camp, he'll sign whatever. Nicest dude in the world. Respects his fans. Win it, and he's always been so cool throughout his whole career. Shout out Frankie Edgar. Thank you for the career you gave us as UFC fans, because it's been so much fun. And like you said, he's going out these last few fights. Brian Ortega, Chris Gutierrez.
Yeah. Gutierrez.
Yeah, Gutierrez. These are tough dudes.
Mhm.
And he's like, fuck that. I'm going to fight the best of the best. I don't give a fuck.
He's losing. Chris is gonna get a 7-fight win streak after tonight.
What if he won? What if he clipped? What if he got a Chris drops him, Frankie clips him, comes back and wins?
I think it's gonna be a first round stoppage.
Ugh.
Chris has been looking really good.
And then I'll just have my head down in shame as I watch Frankie be sad and leave for the last time.
You should
always-
never have your head in shame when you're a champion.
True.
And
And
he's
the career that he's had.
tested.
That was me as a fan, just because I'm sad. 'Cause
Gray
I-
the Bully Maynard almost had him beat, and he
Oh.
came back and showed heart. And then he came back that next fight and freaking showed him who was really champ.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So
Next up, Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler. This one's, I think, the fight of the night. I think this is going to be fight of the night. I'm really excited. This is probably... I think I'm more excited about this one than the main event. I'm sorry. And it's just because you already know Jobins. I'm not the biggest Izzy fan.
yeah, I definitely think you're right that it's gonna be the fight of the night.
I think so,
for sure,
dude.
because they're gonna put a show on.
I think
if
so,
they don't,
dude.
I would be so surprised.
Dude, Michael Chandler fights with his fucking balls on the line, dude. He fucking full charges. He goes for it. Goes for the fucking gusto. Can he rush in and clip Dustin? Put him out real quick, maybe? What if that happened?
This is the only reason. I would say if Michael Chandler fought a little bit more strategically instead of for the fans, and he didn't care about the fight being boring, then he would wrestle it more. But since he's such a showman,
He's gonna be the littler guy. That'd be a little
he's
tough.
getting caught.
And dude, Dustin Poirier, like that one guy said, that he goes in the trenches. Him and Justin Gaethje, that fight wasn't. I had a picture in my mind when he said it. I was like, man, they did straight up just get in some trenches and just go at it. Because that fight was crazy. And Dustin Poirier, dude, is tough. And his boxing is so good. And we saw what Charles did to Michael Chandler.
We seen what Justin Gaethje did to Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
He beat him still, and that was trenches also.
Yeah.
And Dustin beat Justin? Dude, that just to me is like, come on, let's not go in the trenches with Dustin, Michael. Let's just wrestle him out.
I'm going with Dustin. I feel like Dustin's going to win. But you just, again, Michael Chandler's crazy.
I mean, that kick, though, to Tony Ferguson, that was like a kick of the year, knockout of the year contender for sure. It was crazy.
It definitely hurt the soul watching Tony go down like that, though.
I mean, if he kicked Dustin like that, that's putting any man out.
Oh,
in that
yeah,
weight
no.
class.
Yeah. Who do you got?
I got Dustin winning.
Damn.
It's probably going to be a stoppage, too. I say maybe third round.
Yep. All right, next. Carlos Barza
Ooh, yep.
and Zhang Wei Li. Or how I always fucking say her name wrong.
Zhang Wei Li.
Zhang Wei Li, Zhang Wei Li. Fuck.
You okay?
I think we're both saying it wrong. But you know what? I'm feeling crazy. I would say Carlos Barza by submission. I would think that's how that would play out. But I'm feeling Wei Li is good with the pressure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That was the only reason Rose lost was because she was so gun shy the whole entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I never felt like Rose was ever in any real danger of getting finished. So I was really upset when she was so defensive on the takedowns, which were never coming. Like,
I feel like Carla's a little tricky though, dude. I feel like if she could have an opportunity to get on the back of.
you seen Zhang Wei Li pick up Francis Ngannou?
Oh yeah, that video.
That's impressive, bro.
That was. Hey, you know how'd she feel?
You said
after?
that Francis weighs more than you right now.
Yeah.
Which is lit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Zhang Wei Li is probably one of the strongest women in that weight class.
Yeah, no, after seeing that, I was like, yeah, no, I never want to fight her.
And they got to
She's
weigh
probably-
in at 115?
I'd like to arm wrestle her. I would love to arm wrestle like a lot of the UFC women, just be like, wow, they are strong.
That
You know
would
what
be
I mean?
that would be sick to see.
It'd be like,
If she
whoa.
beat you,
She would.
I would be like, damn.
I'm sure a lot of the UFC women would beat me in an arm wrestling. Tim made me feel like I was nothing.
But maybe Carla could pick him up too. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
So
Now
I'm not gonna
Carla-
say she can't.
Carla Fight Week, we need to see pick up Francis Fight Week so that we can all be like, okay, this is going to be a little crazy.
That's how we need to test out how strong everyone is. Just how can they pick up Francis?
And that'd be a story for her to come back and become champ again. That whole division right now is just kind of crazy how it's flipping flopping between everybody and everyone's winning it back and getting it back and weird.
That last fight though that Carla and Rose had was like I've still never seen anything like it.
Yeah, that was a weird one to be at. We saw more happen in the crowd than we did in the octagon. That was sad. That was just a bad night in the office for both women. It's happened. It's going to happen again.
Yeah.
But yeah. Main event time. My take on this, I think Izzy was looked at as the superhero as he came up, and now he's the villain. And Alex Pereira is sort of like the boogeyman. Like he was kind of like the boogeyman. But almost now I look at him like, man, is he the hero?
He's even bigger than Izzy, isn't he? I think he's like an inch taller.
Gotta
He's like
be.
6'5".
It's interesting though, because you know what goes viral with their two matches that they had back in the day. You got to see the whole fights. They're pretty.
It's not like Izzy's getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, no. This could probably be a pretty good fight. I'm actually going with Tim on this one. I think it just because of the way Izzy is. He's such a good. His fighting IQ, dude. He's never there. He's a little ghost. He's not there, and that's hard to do. It breaks people, gets people flustered. If Alex can stay like Chris Weidman, composed, and just keep coming and just keep trying, maybe he can fucking land that shot. He hits like a truck and just knocks Izzy out in the 4th or 5th. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. 4th round knockout from Alex Jobins would be fucking nuts.
I don't see that. I think it's going to be a boring decision.
By
Izzy's going to
Izzy?
get it.
Ugh.
And I think the reason that Michael Chandler, when you lose to Dustin, watch Izzy fight and just realize that you have to like not be a showman all the time.
Yeah.
Because Izzy's going to win because of his smartness and his mental game. You have to be mentally strong because you have to block out all that hate of everyone saying how boring and sucky you are when
Yeah.
really you're fighting the top dogs.
Oh, yeah. And you're playing smart.
Like, this guy just knocked the fuck out of Sean Strickland. Like, let's not forget that.
Yeah.
You know, this guy, he's a boogeyman.
Yeah.
So, Izzy's got this by decision in the bag, and he's going to keep winning. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Brendan got a little fired up. Well, I said Izzy, but I fucking want Alex. That's what I want. I fucking want Alex in this bitch, dude. Damn. Gonna be a good night of fights, I think, though. Gonna be
Definitely.
fun. I wonder where we'll watch him. If we'll watch him with Sean or no, I don't know if he's leaving. I don't know what the fuck that dude's gonna do. We'll see. Maybe we'll go watch him with Tim or something.
It's going to be
Yeah.
action.
Yeah. Jobins, sorry again about the camera issue in the beginning. Hope you guys stayed and watched and tuned in. Thank you for always. We love and appreciate you.
All of you.
Yeah. Thank you, Brandon, for this fucking table. Thank you, Sean, for the poster. It's fucking legendary. We're on cloud 9 right now, Jobins. And we love you guys. We'll see you guys soon. We're going to go celebrate and smoke this Jeter for episode 97.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good night.
Have a good night. Have a good day wherever you're listening.
True that.
We'll see you next time. One love.